What if I told you San Francisco could vanish in minutes, swallowed by the earth and fire? It was 5:12 in the morning. The ground trembled, buildings cracked, and fires broke out across the city. And what happened next changed the lives of thousands. Some made impossible choices to survive, while others watched everything they knew disappear. Could you survive if San Francisco disappeared before your eyes? If that made you pause, hit like and subscribe to feel history come alive. April 18, 1906. It started like any other morning, quiet, calm, still. But beneath the city, pressure had been building for years. The earth was ready to break. When it did, the first shock hit like thunder underfoot. Houses slid off their foundations, roads buckled, and cable cars jumped their tracks, as if the city had turned into an angry sea. But the shaking wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. The real enemy was fire. Gas lines burst open, and in moments, flames raced through the broken streets. People ran barefoot through smoke and dust, clutching children and scraps of what was once home. Firefighters rushed to stop it. But when they turned the hoses, nothing came. The pipes were gone. Therefore, they had only one choice: use dynamite. They blew up buildings to stop the flames from spreading. It worked in some places, but in others, it only made the fire stronger. If you were there, watching fire crawl closer to your street, would you blow up your own home to save the city, or run to save your life? Tell me below. I want to see what kind of survivor you'd be. Back in the city, chaos ruled. The sky glowed red for days. Glass melted and metal twisted. Families slept in parks, on beaches, anywhere the flames couldn't reach. But even as everything burned, people refused to give up. Neighbors shared food, carried the wounded, and built tents in every open space. Therefore, San Francisco began to rebuild, not just its streets, but its spirit. Brick by brick, dream by dream, the city rose again. It wasn't the same, but it was alive, stronger, smarter, and determined never to fall that low again. At sunset, the air still smelled of smoke. Where buildings once stood, only chimneys and silence remained. Yet from those ashes came something powerful, a new beginning. San Francisco didn't just survive the quake, it was reborn. If you lived through a disaster like this, would you stay to rebuild or leave everything behind? Tell me in the comments. I want to hear what you think true survival really means. This was one of the darkest days in American history, but also one of the greatest stories of human strength. If you want to see how fire once tested another great city, watch my video, The Great Chicago Fire. It's a story that burns just as fiercely, but in a very different way. And don't forget to explore more stories on this channel. History that breathes, burns, and stays with you long after the screen goes dark.